of the Monster Factory orbits around him.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paulsboro, New Jersey, the Monster Factory for Total Rasslin Live, episode 90. I'm the Cowboy Pete Carter, and you're stuck with me here on commentary tonight, along with Jason Heat. A warm Monster Factory welcome for you, Jason. Great to see you here.
It is a thrill to be here, Cowboy Pete. I am so thrilled to be here at the Monster Factory, world famous for TRL 90. We have an action-packed card of 7 matches, including your main event.
I've been looking forward to this one, Jason. Making a debut here tonight on TRL number 90.
Yeah, we are starting things off here on TRL with a battle of the behemoths and a huge literal debut with this man.
Mikey Tun's not a small man, but he's got a big task in front of him here tonight as he gets ready to face off against one half of the Monster Factory Tag Team Champions, the God of Dadbod.
His name is no lie, Mikey Tons, a big man who calls himself the Dream Killer. Can he destroy the dream of the Tag Team Champion tonight?
A big man with an even bigger mouth, getting ready to face off against Mikey Tons here tonight.
You're not lying. Mikey Tons said he is here to prove that there's room for only one dominant big man in the Monster Factory. If he can take out the God of Dadbod, well, I mean, not only does he prove his point, but he commits deicide.
I'll tell you, he calls himself the Dream Killer, and it would be my dream come true to see the God of Dadbod go down in flames. That's the man. He's the reason why I have to wear a neck brace sometimes, why I can't see most of the time, and why my hips are broken.
Thank you for reminding me. I got to send him a thank you card.
Hey.
One half of the current tag team champions. He is not accompanied by his tag team partner, Marvelous, because Marvelous is currently doing an autograph signing in the 5th dimension.
That makes sense. That's where Marvelous likes to go. But right now, getting ready to lock up here, Mikey Tons and the God of Dadbod. I don't expect that this is going to be a scientific masterpiece here, Jason.
There's no tape whatsoever on Mikey Tons, so he is coming in with the disadvantage of experience, but the advantage that there's lots of tape study available on the God of Dadbod, especially given that he is a champion here in the company.
Look at this so far. Impressive test of strength between these two, and Mikey Tons is holding his own.
It's very rare you can see anyone overtake the gravitational pull of the God of Dadbod, but so far, neck and neck with Mikey Tons.
Back and forth, and Mikey Tons coming out on top there, getting that headlock in, wrenching away on that big fat head of the God of Dadbod.
What an incredible debut. What an upset it would be to walk in on your very first match in all of pro wrestling, not just here at the Monster Factory, and unseat one half of the tag team champions.
Did you feel that? Did you feel the ground shaking? I'm not sure if that's the Paulsboro train that comes through, or if it's these two behemoths running into each other.
Seismic activity that they can measure on an intergalactic Richter scale.
Mikey Tons ducks under there. Oh no, the God of Dadbod sends him crashing down.
The walking brick wall had an answer for Mikey Tons. We're going to see now if the success that the God of Dadbod has had as a tag team wrestler can translate to singles action.
Make no mistake about it, the God of Dadbod is a dangerous, dangerous man. There's a reasons why he and Marvelous have been Monster Factory Tag Team Champions now for 3 times as he whips Mikey Tuns into the corner and follows in with a big splash.
And even though Marvelous isn't here, he is here in spirit as Mini Marv has accompanied the God of Dadbod to provide some wise counsel from the outside.
Do you believe that? Can you see Mikey Tuns? He just picked Mikey Tuns up like a sack of potatoes and slammed him.
That is the all-awesome power of the God of Dadbod and death from above.
Just a big crash. 2. Mikey Tuns kicks out in the nick of time.
Was almost a ton of flattened pancakes on the ground, but able to get that shoulder up. And the thing about this match is that both men that usually want to try and finish their opponent off soon, takes a lot of cardiovascular conditioning to go deep into this match. We're going to see if Mikey Tuns has that in the tank.
I'll tell you though, with the size and the power of these 2 men, I'm not expecting this to go long. They both rely on doing damage quickly and putting people away fast. Let's see what Mikey Tuns can do. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Nice clothesline from Mikey Tuns. Sends the God of Dadbod down to his knees.
It's very rare to see the God of Dadbod leave his feet, and Mikey Tuns has accomplished that feat multiple times in this match already. This is an impressive newcomer who is really making a statement here in his debut.
Tell you what though, a little bit of a rookie mistake there, Jason, because he had the God of Dadbod down and he chose to run his mouth at the crowd rather than press the advantage. We'll see if that backfires on him.
God of Dadbod is suffering.
Splash of his own there from Mikey Tuns. I gotta tell you, I'm impressed so far from the debuting Mikey Tuns, but oh!
The voluminous one looking to strike back against Mikey Tuns.
Boot to the face, elbow to the face, but look at this. Mikey Tuns still on his feet. He's wobbly, but he hasn't gone down yet.
Both men unsteady, and the God of Dadbod now knocking Tuns, not a fun, right down. Both men slowing down.
Yeah, it's starting to wear on each other here. Battle of the wills, battle of power. Ducks the clothesline. Oh!
Black hole slam.
That should be it.
Sending Mikey Tuns' soul into another galaxy, even if his body is unfortunately here.
Oh, it's the God dose. I can't watch.
It's going to be an overdose, and it is. We got to tap out.
Oh, that God dose, once he gets it on your head. Oh.
There's only so much the human mind can take, and the God dose is a step too far. If you want to see the God of Dadbod and the real-life Marvelous, they will be in action at Fight Pro Wrestling's Enter the Fight Round 2, happening here at the world-famous Monster Factory this Sunday, 4 p.m. bell time. For Monster Factory fans, right now, if you use the code TRL, you can save 50% off ringside, second, third, and general admission seats. Join the fight and grab your tickets at enterthefightround2.eventbrite.com. That is fight with 2 T's.
God of Dadbod victorious here. That's going to be a great show on Sunday, Jason. I know the Body Snatchers, I expect they will represent themselves well.
A lot of Monster Factory luminaries on that card. Travis Jacobs, Brian Morris, Controlled Chaos, who we will see in action later tonight here on TRL.
Devlin Ridley making his way to the ring as we get ready for our second contest. Wait a second, is it? Maybe this is a wrestling contest, or maybe it might be karaoke if this is who I think it is. This is Christian Rocco.
When it comes to Christian Rocco, you don't have to choose between karaoke and wrestling. You get 2 great tastes for the price of 1.
Here's the thing with Christian Rocco. He comes out, he sings this rock and roll music. Why isn't he singing some classy stuff, some Herb Alpert, some Burt Bacharach, right? A little bit of Brazil 66, for God's sake, but no.
So time marches on, and I know that you're a bit stuck back in a previous era, but we got to be here for the hair metal and the yacht rock.
I'm just saying, he doesn't know the way to San Jose.
He doesn't know the way home. This man has been suffering from amnesia.
Oh boy, it's Friday again, and you know what that means. Christian Rocco is rocking his way across the USA. And it's weekly stop in Paulsboro. So why don't we hit the music?
Well, this is not a song that Christian Rocco can sing.
This is not a song that Christian Rocco wants to sing. Jake Manley making his return here to the Monster Factory after taking a little bit of time off, regrouping, and you saw him, Jason, just drag the referee to the ring. He is ready for some competition here tonight, and he is ready to put a hurting on Christian Rocco.
It does seem a little unfair to put Christian Rocco in these situations. The man literally doesn't seem to remember that he's a pro wrestler. He experienced a very bad bump to the head, and since then,
I'm getting karaoke one way or another. Sing with me now.
well, he's found his passion, that's for sure.
Bloody, he's a poor man.
We've started to see, though, these glimpses, the muscle memory of pro wrestling starting to emerge through the haze that is the mind of Christian Rocco.
Would you say that would be a purple haze, Jason?
I think it depends on exactly how long you spent in the tour bus.
Well, right now, Jake Manley going to work on Christian Rocco. Jake Manley, not someone you want to trifle with, not someone who has a very long temper at all. He
No.
likes to hurt people, and it's been a while since he's put a hurting on anybody, so.
The Broad Street Bully advertises exactly what he is in his nickname. And if there's anyone in the locker room who doesn't have time for fun, shenanigans, or the joy of karaoke, it is going to be Jake Manley.
You see how smart Jake Manley is, though. With that boot, where did he put that boot? Right on Christian Rocco's throat. He's looking to damage those vocal cords so that Christian Rocco can never terrorize us with another note of song again.
One might say he graces us with the presence of his charisma and his baritone, but you're absolutely right. Jake Manley wants to get the 3 count, but even more so, he wants to cause some deep damage to the larynx of Christian Rocco.
That'll knock the wind out of you. Beautiful backdrop there.
Well, that's another way to shut a man up. Get all the wind out of their diaphragm. They ain't singing a note except for possibly Uncle.
He is looking to silence Christian Rocco, and so far this match is all Jake Manley. Oh! Beautiful, Jake. Stomp those fingers. You can't hold the microphone when you do that.
Legitimately have to question how fair it is to put Christian Rocco in this situation. He is a man who is suffering from an illness and currently now a separated finger.
You see Jake Manley going to work on the ropes. Referee trying to get Jake Manley
Vicious
to step
brutality.
back.
And it's not a surprise that Jake Manley would pick on someone when they're down. When he sees the weak and the vulnerable, he likes to thin them from the herd.
That's smart move on Jake Manley's part, though. Eliminate the competition, climb the ranks here at the Monster Factory, get yourself in title contention. But Rocco fighting back.
And this is that muscle memory. This is all that training that you cannot take away from someone.
That clothesline flattened him, though.
You hear from the crowd, the vote. They do not like Jake Manley, and he doesn't care one whit about it. This man loves feeling his fist mash another man's face. He's getting exactly what he wants tonight, Cowboy.
We see Jake Manley's pace slow and deliberate, except for the knee strike right to the head.
Maybe
Wow.
don't hit the man who's clearly suffering from concussion issues in the head, Jake. The back of the head, this is despicable.
This is how you get your memory back, though. You know, sometimes there's just a little wire loose up there, and you just, you know how it is. You got a microwave or something that doesn't work, you just slap one on a couple times, and
No,
then suddenly it cooks your food again. That's
I
what he's
don't
trying to
think
do.
the human brain is like a toaster, Cowboy.
Microwave. Toaster's very different. Very, very different wiring.
And now mocking, doing a little karaoke of his own, and that seems to have jolted something loose in the mind of Christian Rocco.
Rocco looked like he was rallying there for a second. Might still be. Oh, no. It's just pounding away on Jake Manley's skull.
Got about 7 or 8 rights to the ear, and you see clutching the throat is Jake Manley. Now he's not going to be able to sing a note.
Manley on the receiving end, and Rocco getting ready. You see that muscle memory coming back in as he climbs up to the second rope.
This is the Christian Rocco we've been missing. This is the Christian Rocco we want to see.
Oh, my goodness, that uppercut. He just landed right in it.
Intercepted Christian Rocco like an anti-missile defense system.
Manley now firmly in control.
And the Broad Street Bully about to slam Christian Rocco into the street.
Oh, go to sleep, and Rocco should be out.
With all the damage that Christian Rocco just took to the head, I don't even know if he's going to remember his name when he wakes up, let alone that he's a professional wrestler. He might forget the words to all of his favorite songs, and that's a tragedy.
I like to focus on the positive here. Jake Manley's been away for a while. No ring rust on that man. Exquisite performance in the ring here tonight, showing everybody what he is capable of doing and just putting the smack down on Christian Rocco.
Christian Rocco is going to have to regroup if he wants to make the next stop on his tour, and we're going to have to continue to have him under surveillance because we are very worried about what he does in the off hours.
Christian Rocco. The following contest is scheduled for football.
Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar, if you've seen Ezra Coleman before. Look, fast track. This guy is an up-and-comer here at the Monster Factory. Definitely one to watch. I have my eye on him. Potential posse member. Maybe not today, but down the road.
Speed is the word when it comes to Ezra Coleman. A 400-meter dash star athlete, a state champion in track and field, maybe the fastest and the youngest member of the Monster Factory roster, and he is still looking for that elusive first win. Is tonight the night he changes his fortune?
I'll say, it takes a lot to impress me. I do not impress easily, but I am impressed by Ezra Coleman.
Much like Sonic, he runs rings around the competition, but is that going to be enough to get the job done tonight?
Lots of energy in this young man, but he is going to be tested here tonight against another, not so much a newcomer, but a newer member of the Monster Factory roster, a little less experience, working his way up the ranks as well, and that's Clockwork Dylan Shaw.
A much more meticulous wrestler, Clockwork Dylan Shaw.
I'm a little bit hypnotized there from that pocket watch that he swings back and forth.
The family heirloom Midnight that provides him good luck and charts his course.
This is going to be an intriguing matchup between these two.
These two have met once before, with Dylan Shaw picking up the win. Will things be different here tonight on TRL 90? Thank you so much for joining us here at the world-famous Monster Factory. We are live every Friday night for Total Wrestling Live, and a nice show of respect there between these two competitors.
Locking up now, Dylan Shaw with the early advantage on Ezra Coleman.
As befits the name of the Clockwork, Dylan Shaw is a very technical competitor, likes to grind down, work through the joints, grind his opponent's gears, one might say, as opposed to the fast track Ezra Coleman, who is all about stick and move offense.
A lot of time-based wrestling here, and looks like back and forth. Ezra Coleman trying to break the wrist lock.
It's great strategy.
Waist lock, I should say.
By Dylan Shaw to hold on tight to Ezra Coleman, because his speed, Coleman's speed, is not going to be as useful an advantage if Coleman isn't able to get some distance. That explosivity doesn't help you when you are tied up in knots.
Dylan Shaw holding on. Ezra Coleman trying to escape.
And now turning the tables.
See what Coleman can do here. Ducks under the clothesline.
Wild swing.
Ooh, headbutt right onto that. Looks like he caught him right on the chin or in the lower chest area there.
And now full steam ahead.
Oof.
By the steampunk-inspired Clockwork Dylan Shaw. And that's the hardest hit we've seen so far this contest. Shaw going for the cover, leg hooked, and only two.
Kicks out there. Dylan Shaw showing a little bit of strength and power of his own. Again, as you said, Jason, trying to ground Ezra Coleman, keep him down, keep him from taking advantage of that speed and agility that he has.
It's such a huge momentum builder when you finally get that elusive first win, and until then you're always questioning yourself, wondering what it takes. And that might be going through the mind right now of Ezra Coleman, wondering, is things going to be different tonight against this man who's already beaten me once before?
So far, Ezra Coleman is wrestling Dylan Shaw's match. Dylan Shaw setting the pace here and taking control. Something else. Oh.
Well, if you're going to name yourself Clockwork, you better be capable. Wait a second.
Look.
That was the 22-1 flatliner by Ezra Coleman, named because that was his time in the 200-meter dash.
Shaw, though, manages to kick out and escape from that splash from Coleman.
Is this going to be the reversal in fortunes for Ezra Coleman?
Oof. Nasty elbow there to the side of the head.
Like clockwork, Dylan Shaw was there predicting the moves of the much younger, less experienced Ezra Coleman. Of course, that youth comes with vitality.
Oh.
Sling blade achieved.
And going for a cover, 2. And Shaw kicks out, almost times up for Dylan Shaw there, but avoiding disaster.
Very close, though, for Ezra Coleman. An entire career can change in an instant tonight. 3 seconds can build you all the confidence and the momentum you need.
Going for a stomp, but Dylan Shaw quickly out of the way.
Had it scouted, swept, now taking a moment. You can see the nose, the mouth of Dylan Shaw may be compromised. That's not necessarily going to take you out of the fight, but it will distract you.
Absolutely, make you think about that pain. Going for that fisherman buster. Oh my goodness. He caught all of that.
Didn't
Shaw.
hold on for the bridge, and that may have been what Coleman needed. Able to kick out because of that extra time for the float over by Dylan Shaw.
Great point there, Jason. Shaw trying to rally this crowd. Needs to press the advantage, though, on Coleman. You can't give Coleman a second to breathe.
We're going to see
Oh!
if Coleman can rally, but this may be the beginning. Again, this has really been 60-40 in the favor of Dylan Shaw, and eventually, no matter how young, no matter how energized and energetic you are, sometimes the body is taking what it can take. Stunner!
I was just going to put in a plug for age and treachery there, but Ezra Coleman proving me wrong. Youth and vigor fighting back here tonight on TRL number 90.
Dylan Shaw now in a very vulnerable position. Can Ezra Coleman take advantage and gets the stop?
Got it. All of it. 1, 2, 3.
And he does it!
What time is it, Jason? It's time for Ezra Coleman's first win. Congratulations, Ezra. Great victory here tonight over Dylan Shaw.
The fast track is finally in the right lane, going forward. That elusive first win has been achieved. Achievement unlocked for this young man, and the sky is the limit for the king of speed here at the world-famous Monster Factory.
When you tune into TRL, you get to see the future of professional wrestling. Both of those young men right there. I call Dylan Shaw a young man because I'm old, but look.
For you, ever, am I young compared to you? Because I assure you I'm not, but I might be.
Maybe, but Ezra Coleman, definitely up and coming, young superstar in the making here tonight.
We're going to look back on TRL 90 as the night the legend of Ezra Coleman began. Mark your calendars. This is one to remember.
Speaking of marking your calendars, Monster Factory has Summer Splashdown coming up on July 12th, 2025. Make sure you get your tickets for that. They're still available. Going to be some great matches coming up. I can't reveal any of those just yet, but you know Pete's Posse's going to be there for sure.
Oh boy.
Your following contest is scheduled for football.
Well, if it isn't the former Monster Factory Tag Team Champions, Controlled Chaos. Controlled Chaos seems to think that they're the #1 contenders for the Monster Factory Tag Team Championships. I don't know about that. I think that the Posse might be in that conversation, but
The father and son tandem. You know, to bond, my dad took me to Disney World and bought me a Chippendale Rescue Rangers doll. Papa Juice brings Kid Chaos to mutually bash in the heads of other people. No wonder they have a better relationship than I do with my father.
I'll tell you what. Daddy issues aside, these two, they were dangerous before, but this new attitude they have, oof. I'm not looking forward to having to face them in a ring anytime soon.
As you mentioned, former tag team champions, so it is a very different story between Controlled Chaos and this first-time tandem.
Caleb Walsh and Diego Terrell.
First time for these men to team with each other. Caleb Walsh has unfortunately been on a losing streak. He said maybe new partner, new luck. And I gotta say, I was talking with Caleb Walsh, and he seemed like such a nice guy. And as soon as I walked away, three different members of the locker room came up to me and said, hey, maybe don't spend a lot of time around that guy. Why is that?
He's a little scary. I had a conversation with him as well. It's not just a punk rock thing. There's something else going on there.
Seems like a nice guy, but I can't not listen to the word of the locker room. So maybe won't accept a ride home from him. We're going to start off with all natural Diego Terrell and Papa Juice. Could not be more different when you hear the phrase Papa Juice and the needs no enhancement, all natural Diego Terrell.
But the thing is, Diego Terrell has an amateur wrestling background, a little bit of a jiu-jitsu background, and of course we're all very familiar with the martial arts background of Controlled Chaos coming out of the Red Dragon Dojo, and Juice sent into the corner by Terrell, ducks out of the way and showing off for this crowd.
We'll see Controlled Chaos in action on Sunday here at Fight Pro Wrestling's Enter the Fight Round 2. They're going to take on the team of Post Game, Vinny Talata, Miami Mike Walker. You got to be here Sunday at the Monster Factory at 4 o'clock, as right now Controlled Chaos looking to build momentum by getting a win here at TRL 90.
Spot on drop kick from Diego Terrell, takes Juice down, gets a 2 count.
Really rain on the parade of Controlled Chaos and their narrative that they are the uncrowned #1 contenders. And now tag made to Caleb Walsh.
Caleb Walsh, the basement punk rock guy.
And now the tag made to Kid Chaos.
I like to call him Little Juicy. Papa Juice and Little Juicy.
How does he like that?
He doesn't like it very much. But you know what? He looks damn good in a cowboy hat. Maybe down the road, I don't know. We're recruiting, by the way, if you hadn't figured out, but... Oh! Kid Chaos. Taken down by Caleb Walsh.
Showing why his offense is truer than true. That is Caleb Walsh. Had the opportunity maybe to go for a pin, but instead very wisely dragging. Wait, did not go and tag his partner. Instead, continued the offense.
Just a 2 count. I'll tell you what, though, the tag team, for a team that's just tagging for the first time here, so far so good for Terrell and Walsh.
It was a very smart strategy, especially since they don't know each other nearly as well as a regular tag team, let alone a father and son, to bring Kid Chaos into the corner so they can get to know each other, find a rhythm in the right place. That is very smart strategy.
There we see a little bit of cockiness on Terrell's part, falling into the trap of Kid Chaos, drags him back in unfriendly territory and just smashes his head off that turnbuckle.
Ever since this new coat of paint, this new attitude by Controlled Chaos, it's been a lot more chaos and a lot less control.
Well, of course,
tag made again.
Their issues with It's Complicated, well known and unresolved after the attack on Primetime Christian Darling and Stevie Brooks. Controlled Chaos, they're not done with that team yet.
Constant tags, very quick, trying to get in the head of their opposition.
Ooh!
Showcasing why they are former and potentially soon to be future tag team champions.
Papa Juice just playing with Terrell, doing what he wants with him.
You know what they say, the family that wins together stays together. And the family that loses together, yeah, it's not good.
That's not good.
Usually pays for quite a therapy bill.
Well, I'll tell you who's going to need some physical therapy. That's Diego Terrell.
Tag made now.
If Controlled Chaos keeps having their way with him like this.
Kid Chaos is legal right now. They've got about 5 seconds to continue this double team offense. Kid Chaos going for the cover, center of the ring. Only 2, and Chaos
going back again.
Not willing to accept it, forcing Terrell to expend a lot of energy with those extra kickouts, and now the mount and the pounding right hands.
You see a little bit of frustration coming out here from Kid Chaos, thinking that maybe he should have been able to put Terrell away at this point after that flurry of offense, but Papa Juice tagged back in now. Double team.
Tag team partnerships are a complicated relationship on the best of days. Imagine on the drive home, your dad's the one lecturing you about what you should have done right.
That's exactly what Diego Terrell needed. Now he needs to make it over to his corner and tag in Caleb Walsh. And he makes it. Here he comes.
Caleb Walsh is looking to change his fortune. He's looking to get a losing streak off his record. This could be the night.
Beautiful suplex there. Takes Papa Juice over.
Kid Chaos sees Papa Juice potential. Oh, almost hitting our referee.
Chaos takes the plunge there, falls down.
But successfully distracted, and now Papa Juice.
No, Papa Juice.
That juice is loose, and it is running wild all over Caleb Walsh.
That's a German juice right there.
And that costs extra because of the tariffs.
Exactly. Oh, and there's Caleb. Oh, there's Diego Terrell going down.
Power play position right now for Controlled Chaos. They are in complete control right now.
Critical Chaos.
This is how they finish their opponents, and they're going to do it right now.
3.
The smart money was on Controlled Chaos, and the smart money was right. With this match, they go into Fight Pro Wrestling's End of the Fight Round 2 with all the momentum. It is going to be them against the team of Postgame. And if you're a Monster Factory fan, use promo code TRL. Save 50% off ringside, second, third, and general admission seating. Go to enterthefightround2.eventbrite.com. That is fight with 2 T's. David Goldie will be on the card. The Body Snatchers, Travis Jacobs, Brian Morris. It is going to be a family affair here at the Monster Factory on Sunday.
I'll tell you what, Control Chaos, that's going to be a great match against Miami Mike Walker and Talata, Vinny Talata right there. I've seen both of them wrestle, and that's going to be one heck of a fight.
We're going to see if this team of Diego and Caleb have another match in them. They're going to have a tough conversation in the back about what went wrong, what could have gone right, as we continue rolling along with TRL 90, your weekly pro wrestling event that happens every Friday night here in Paulsbury, New Jersey. Hey, thanks again so much to the Monster Factory and to you, Cowboy Pete, for having me on the call tonight.
Pleasure to have you here, as we're about to be joined by the Monster Factory champion, Luke DeSangro, making his way down to the ring.
What an incredible story of triumph and overcoming adversity that culminated in winning the Monster Factory Championship for Luke DeSangro.
Showing off that title. An impressive win over Chris Desmond just a few weeks ago. Let's hear what the champ has to say.
Not for long, the champ. Not for long. Thank you. Not for long, Twitch.
Give it a second. Relax. I wasn't gonna. You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Let's go. We're right here.
No. Today is a very special day for me because, well, it's a very important day for me. You see, 14 years ago, on this very night, I wanted to take my own life. And there was one thing that stopped me from doing that. That was something that was known as a pipe bomb. Some of you guys know that. Some of you don't. You have to understand, I always thought that I was going to be nothing more than a weird kid with Tourette's and autism, and I didn't see a way out. And pro wrestling saved my life. And pro wrestling is the reason I'm sitting here before you all today. And I think a lot about what led me to right here. Because another anniversary is coming up very soon, and that is July 6th. 2015 was my first day here at the Monster Factory. So I'm about to hit 10 years of being a professional wrestler. There's been a lot of triumph, there's been a lot of heartbreak. So if there's one thing I can say to anybody who was like me, is that if you want to do something, you do it for you. And you don't give up. You keep fighting. You got to do it for you, because other people aren't going to believe in you. Other people aren't going to be there for you. You got to do it for you and no one else. And I promise you it's worth it. Because I think a lot of people didn't expect me to last here at the Monster Factory. And I did. Just like a lot of people didn't expect for me to be in the main event fighting for this. And I did it. And nobody expected me to ever win this. But I did. So as far as I'm concerned, no matter who I go up against, I've already won. So, next Friday, 4th of July, I'm putting this on the line again. And whoever steps up, you better be ready for the fight of your life. Thank you.
Luke DeSangro speaking from the heart here tonight, and a tremendous announcement. It's America's birthday next Friday, and what a present that Luke DeSangro is giving you to defend the Monster Factory Championship right here at TRL.
I also want to acknowledge the symbolism, wearing the t-shirt of one of our fellow wrestlers gone way too soon, Dick Dynamo. Luke DeSangro saying, if you think that you are counted out, you're not. There is always hope.
Our champion, everyone.
And if you are having thoughts of harm, please make sure that you call someone.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
We want you here with us.
This guy. Yeah, don't worry, he wasn't aiming for you, he was aiming for me.
I am literally catching strays. Something just hit directly into my headphone.
Yeah. He likes to he throws his t-shirt at us and he's whipping. He likes to toss fruit roll-ups at me. This is why I'm having issues with him and his loser tag team partner, Mike Z.
The former commentator turned wrestler, our colleague, now talent, Brian Murphy, going up against a man who is coming to you from the wrong side of pro wrestling's tracks.
Oh, that's my favorite. This is like great. You know what I'm saying? Here, at 229 pounds, too slick, Ryan Zuko.
The slick man, Ryan Zuko, king of slick style. He looks good. He knows he's good.
Ryan Zuko looking like, if your daughter is Peggy Sue, you don't want him taking her out in his Cadillac, that's for sure.
Ryan Zuko is an outsider here in the Monster Factory. He knows it. He loves it. He drove his T-Bird up 90.
Yep, up 95, yeah. From the charm city of Baltimore.
And a bygone era.
So we got fruit roll-ups versus Baltimore pit beef. And a battle of, it's the first time I believe these two are facing off, but with Murphy,
Ryan Zuko, only 22 years old, just graduated college, 5 years into pro wrestling. Brian Murphy, more experienced in years, but spent a number of years as a commentator, always wanted to be a pro wrestler, and is finally living his dream and making it a reality.
I'll say this, Brian Murphy's got a great story, and Brian Murphy has worked hard. And now that he's a wrestler, he's just, he goes out there, he's got a great spirit, he has fun all the time, the crowd loves him.
Other than you.
Other than me.
He is beloved in the locker room. Brian Murphy is the rare case where other wrestlers want him to succeed. And if you know anything about the environment, the cutthroat environment of pro wrestling, how rare is it that wrestlers want other wrestlers to succeed?
Well, he bribes people with candy and fruit roll-ups, that's one thing. And he's a nice guy too, but still. But Zuko right now. There we go.
And there we see.
That's what I'm talking about. Get on him there, Ryan.
Luring Brian Murphy into a false sense of security. Ryan Zuko coming from behind. Ain't he slick?
Ryan Zuko taking advantage of the fact that Brian Murphy's not paying attention. And also Brian Murphy without his tag team partner, Mike Z, not here tonight.
Brian Murphy is the master of the roll-up, not just fruit roll-ups, but also the professional wrestling maneuver.
Going for a gut. Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful suplex there by Brian Murphy.
Brian Murphy been hitting the gym. Ryan Zuko, not a small man, as Murphy picks him up.
By no means, but every time we see Brian Murphy, he's looking better, he's looking leaner, he's looking meaner, but no one is meaner than the man from the mean streets of Bodymore Murderland.
And that's something that I didn't think that I would hear myself saying on commentary ever. Ryan Zuko with a handful of hair on Brian Murphy. Brian Murphy doesn't have a lot of hair. It's kind of an illusion the way it's cut right now, but
Well, he's doing a great job of selling it, that's for sure, having a full head of hair. And now,
Zuko taking control. I love it.
throwback offense, a man from a bygone era where things were a little simpler. You took someone outside behind the malt shop, you beat them up, and you laughed at them.
Well, if Christian Rocco's from the 80s and Ryan Zuko's from the 50s, we're just
Shot the half.
we're
Got
on
the
a
two
time
count.
traveling tour here tonight.
It looks like grease lightning in that ring right now. Does the slick man, Ryan Zuko. But make no mistake, he may have old school sensibilities, but he has got a very modern wrestling style, very contemporary sense of violence.
There's that roll up. Get out of there, Zuko. Whoa. Way too close for comfort. Ow.
Kick in the teeth.
Claymore style kick takes out Murphy. Could be it.
Only two there, and Zuko beginning to get a little bit frustrated, making eyes at the referee. You got to keep your focus on your opponent.
100% correct. Stay on top of Brian Murphy.
I believe that this is Ryan Zuko's debut here on TRL, looking to make a strong impression, knocking off one of the most beloved members of the roster.
But we hear the Paulsboro crowd, the Monster Factory faithful, trying to rally Brian Murphy, get him back into this matchup, but so far, no effect. Zuko holding on.
Can't get a roll-up if you can't change position. This is very smart strategy by Ryan Zuko, trying to ground Brian Murphy.
Control the head, you control the body.
The thing about Brian Murphy is he spent years watching wrestlers from this commentary booth. You learned so much watching so many wrestlers ply their craft. He knows he's become a strategic master.
Holds on to the ropes up at Zuko, going in after him.
Both men going for clubbing blows. And when in doubt, continue to chop the big man down to size.
Zuko sends Murphy into the corner, but Murphy
Later on his feet than you'd expect, and we call this the Larry, the Curly, and the Mo.
Oh, clothesline from Murphy, and Murphy's starting to feel it.
Some people study Gotch, some people study Fez. Brian Murphy has studied all the greats, including Bugs, Daffy, and the Stooges.
Yeah, he is a stooge, all right, but right now the stooge is looking pretty good in this match. Where's he from? In case you weren't aware, he's from the world-famous Monster Factory. And oh!
If I didn't know before, I certainly do now. Catching Ryan Zuko and maybe looking to make him feel a little less pretty too.
Oh, smart move, raking the eyes there. Zuko, oh my goodness.
driving Brian Murphy down, trying to force him to his back. And it may have just been that little bit of extra energy that Zuko cannot afford to get disqualified.
Absolutely not. You cannot put your hands on the referee even when you think the referee was slow to count. But
you don't want to lose the match. You also want to be invited back. You harm an official, you are not coming back to the world-famous Monster Factory.
Zuko now has Murphy up.
Sunset flip!
2. He got him. It's kind of a roll-up, right? Sunset flip, I guess?
It's a variation.
Yeah, it's
he
a
keeps
variation.
improving the roll-ups. We're going to see all different kinds of pinning predicaments, and Ryan Zuko crashing out in front of us.
Impressive debut, though, for Ryan Zuko here tonight on TRL, but Brian Murphy is the winner.
I hope we see Ryan Zuko again. He is a talented competitor, but Brian Murphy showing that he made the right choice. We stepped up and decided to start using his mind and his body in addition to his mouth. Stepping away from commentary. This is not the locker room. He didn't go to the... Okay, I don't know where he's going.
He's heading out.
Hitting the showers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following
Oh my, this is my favorite match of the night. One moment.
Something tells me that my broadcast partner is not going to be impartial and unbiased when it comes to this match.
I mean, hey, I love the lover boy Brian Rosario. His hips don't lie, just like Shakira's, but tonight he's
like Shakira.
Just like Shakira's, or I don't know if they
I
lie or
often
not.
think of Shakira and Brian Rosario in the same sentence.
I do all the time.
How often do you think about both of them?
Once every 5 or 6 years, or months. I don't know. Here we go. Watch those hips. My goodness. Oh. Keep it PG there, Rosario.
Loverboy Brian Rosario looking a lot like Finn Lovehard. I mean, the Sultan of Swivel.
I'll tell you what, he's wearing the pink. So, you know, he might be auditioning for Pete's Posse here tonight. I don't know.
Well, Loverboy Brian Rosario said that every match is an audition for an after party. He is looking to make an impression on the ladies in the audience. The match is the warm-up for the real action to come later.
Now, give me one moment. I need to show some respect to my man.
Okay. Isaac Taylor representing Pete's Posse. Pete is here doing a hootenanny. The incredible talent, self-described, of Isaac Taylor. Now that's a lot to live up to. You call yourself an incredible talent. You open yourself up to being exposed. Do you think that Isaac Taylor is going to live up to that moniker tonight?
So let me tell you something about Isaac Taylor. Isaac Taylor, he beat David Goldie. Do you know what a feather that is in his cap? He has pinned Mike Z, former Monster Factory champion. David Goldie, former Monster Factory champion. Isaac Taylor is up and coming. He is a fantastic young man. He is so much better over the last couple months since he started working with me.
Maybe Isaac Taylor can beat David Goldie. Maybe Isaac Taylor can beat Mike Z. But can he beat the power of love?
The power of love is a dangerous thing. It makes one man weep, makes another man sing. I don't know.
Here's the thing. Sometimes you don't get Mike Z, and Loverboy's trying to get the dub, but he says he does it all for the V.
Well, Brian Rosario.
What in the name of Sesame Street is that about?
There's too many letters there. I'm a little bit confused. The letter that I know, though, is V for victory and L for loser, and that's what we're going to see tonight as Isaac Taylor's going to try to make Brian Rosario a loser.
Well, I think V can stand for a lot of things in this circumstance, but I suppose victory is one of them. And now the hips that just don't miss.
Tripping Isaac Taylor. Ref, you got to get in there and watch that.
Well, he's distracted. He's mesmerized. It's almost hypnotic the way that those gyrations capture the imagination.
Capturing my imagination. Now, have you seen my posse before? The hottest, pinkest posse in professional wrestling. The
How
posse
can
that's
you
always
not?
popping.
That color is burned into my retinas. I mean, truly, you found one of the loudest colors in a very loud art
Come
form.
on, Isaac. Rosario. Oh, my. Rosario taking control of Isaac here. Come on, Isaac, you got to rally, bud.
In all seriousness, Loverboy Rosario said he is dedicating this match to the Lisbon family. Wanted to make sure that that was a shout-out sent their way. Definitely does one of those. And now your man illegally poking the eyes.
I didn't see that, and neither did the referee, so let's not talk about it. Russian leg sweep, he's so good at that.
Well, certainly Loverboy Ryan Rosario is not going to be seeing anything because his eyes were, in fact, poked.
You know, when I started working with Isaac Taylor,
that is not a great hip gyration.
Well, it's good enough. Isaac Taylor was lying, cheating, thieving, conniving, temper tantrum throwing teenage dirtbag. And you know what? 6 months later, 7 months later, you know what? He doesn't throw temper tantrums anymore.
Okay, small incremental progress, and he is now choking out the Loverboy. Gotta wonder with every time.
He's a polite young man, too. Look at him. He just apologized to the referee.
You're raising him right, Pete. You're raising him right.
Come on. Kicked in the midsection, Rosario. That's not right.
I finally get it. You failed your own children, so you found one to try and get it right with.
That's not necessarily. First off, there's no proof that I'm anyone's biological father that I know of. Oh, that's a beautiful DDT.
Very effective.
That's incredibly talented DDT. Almost gets the 3 count on Rosario.
Got to hand it to Isaac Taylor, grabbing both legs, deep stack. And now Taylor needs to try and regroup.
Isaac Taylor, so much improvement over the last several months. Shout out to the other members of the posse tonight. The Italian Tank, who is at home stuffing cannolis with the Contessa, and Muy Malo, Milton Malo, Estoy Enfermo, Milton Malo. Feel better, buddy. Ducks under that clothesline.
Loverboy continuing to duck and dodge, but Isaac Taylor gets the kitchen sink right into the bread basket.
That's the thing, but Brian Rosario is very quick on his feet. Oh. Isaac puts him down. Rosario now, neck breaker.
Able to capitalize. And now Brian Rosario looking to turn things around. Looking to try and get the love of this crowd in more ways than one.
Isaac needs to watch because for all the hip gyrations and whatnot, Brian Rosario is very, very talented himself in that ring. He can get the job done. And Isaac, if he's not careful, could end up on the losing end. I hate to say it.
Lawn dart right to the midsection of Isaac Taylor. Brings
come
him
on,
down.
Isaac. Now, come on, Isaac. You got to get up.
A couple extra hips for good luck. And now
what is that? No.
That
is inappropriate.
I mean, everything about Loverboy Brian Rosario has been lately inappropriate.
The same could be said for us, but still. Dragging Isaac Taylor out now.
It's all thematically appropriate, though. And now, I mean, we're just seeing every different version of the hip gyration.
Hip gyration and an elbow drop. Referee, 2. Come on, Isaac.
Only 2. Dean Malenka was the man of 1,000 holds. I think that Loverboy might be the man of 1,000 hips.
Yeah, that's a lot of hips. We've seen several variations, but right now, Isaac Taylor getting much needed time to recover. I'm nearly breathless here. I'm nervous.
Isaac Taylor was able to hold on to the ropes. No avail for Loverboy Brian Rosario. And now shoving shoulder first into the actual hardest part of the ring. That's
it's the hoedown. Honor your partner. 2, 3.
You gotta go down to the hoedown. And Pete's posse getting a big win here. My broadcast partner is, I don't even know that those hips work. Whatever he's doing, it's all upper body. Celebrations for the posse here on TRL 90. And that is a sight none of us need to see. The chunky, funky monkey.
Hey now.
The dream is over.
We continue our winning ways here on TRL and at the Monster Factory. Isaac Taylor, the incredibly talented Isaac Taylor. That's my guy right there.
Thank you so much for joining us here on TRL 90. I'm Jason Heat alongside Cowboy Pete.
I don't know how Brian Rosario does it. I just swivel my hips for a little bit and I'm out of breath.
Shows here at the Monster Factory the next couple weeks. Let me run them down for you. Tomorrow, Saturday, June 28th, we've got Kaiju Big Battle at 7 p.m. Here up for Kaiju Big Battle, everyone. The following day, Sunday, June 29th at 2:45 p.m. It is Fight Pros Enter the Fight right here at the world famous Monster Factory. Let's hear for Fight Pro, everyone. July 12th at 2 p.m. Monster Factory presents Summer Splashdown. Give it up for Monster Factory, everyone. And finally, July 19th at 3 p.m. Bell to Bell presents Liberty Bells, again, right here at the Monster Factory, everyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, it is now time for our main event of the evening.
Main event time here at TRL 90. And the middleweight medallion will be on the line.
It is time for the smooth, the sultry, the sweet Jules.
Julesy.
Julesy.
The whimsical, weird, and wonderful, who is no stranger to the Monster Factory, but this is the first title shot for Julesy, the first main event spot here at the Monster Factory for Julesy, and by far the biggest opportunity for Julesy.
Absolutely right, Jason Heat. And Julesy has been here several times over the last month, and the Monster Factory faithful have taken to him. Definitely enjoy his presence in the ring.
Representing the Catch Point Wrestling School, so this is a little bit of a rivalry here between rival schools of thought in the area.
I'll tell you though, as our ring announcer Devlin Ridley announced earlier, so many great promotions coming here to the Monster Factory, so many great shows, and one of the greatest here at the Monster Factory, our middleweight medallion holder, Liam Black.
Just recently beat Monster Factory legend Mikey Webb to retain. This is the 5th title defense of the middleweight medallion for Liam Black, who says he is your guilty pleasure.
Not only that, he also claims to be the greatest middleweight of all time, and I cannot argue with him. He is absolutely fantastic. I've watched this young man grow. I spent most of 2024 on the commentary table here, and I got a front row seat to see this guy grow and improve. I cannot be prouder of this young man, and he is showing it off here tonight with that middleweight medallion.
Liam Black looking to build the resume that makes the case that he is the greatest middleweight, not just at the Monster Factory, but in pro wrestling. A 5th successful title defense. That'll go a long way towards making the case.
He's facing off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your main event, and it will be contested for the Monster Factory Middleweight Medallion. Introducing first, to my left, the challenger, whimsy, smooth, sultry, from the cool, refreshing waters of Lake Manataka, Julesy. And to my right, from Eden, Maryland, by way of Philadelphia, weighing in at 200 pounds, he is the middleweight medallion holder, your guilty pleasure, Liam Black.
Most professional wrestlers play mind games with their opponents, but Liam Black is on another level. He's playing mind games with the audience. That nickname, your guilty pleasure, it means that I'm gonna make you love me even when you wanna hate me, because Liam Black does such incredible things in the ring, and he is such a D-bag outside of it.
I would, that's a little harsh to say that. And of course, this crowd is harsh too. They disrespect him. I'm not gonna repeat what they call him. If you wanna know what they call him, come here and see us live at the Monster Factory.
Mr.
$5.
Softy.
Hey,
they call him Mr. Softy because Liam Black can be so good, but chooses to take the easy route whenever it avails itself to him.
First off, there's nothing wrong with ice cream and Mr. Softy, so it's really, I don't think it's that much of an insult, but it's meant to be disrespectful, and this is a young man who deserves respect. He has earned the respect of this crowd, yet they don't seem to want to give it to him.
Here we see Mr. Softy begging off for just a moment.
He's just getting ready.
Liam Black beat Mark Raspa to become the middleweight medallion holder. Will he hold on to it tonight against the very game Julesy? Very unconventional opponent.
Unconventional, true. But real quick on Mark Raspa Jr. Mark Raspa Jr. held that middleweight medallion for a long time, many successful defenses. So for Liam Black to beat Mark Raspa Jr., that certainly is a feather in his cap, and he's only just represented that middleweight medallion just as a wonderful champion since then. But right now, Jules Z having the control.
Tail of the tape.
Black.
Jules Z has the height. Jules Z has the range. But sometimes it's all about the attitude, and Liam Black oftentimes almost rabid in the ring. Just a ferocious fighter, but Jules Z so far has been able to contain the wrath of Liam Black.
Well, Liam Black loves to go onto those ropes. He loves to do high-flying moves. He loves to use that speed, and right now, as we've seen before, grounding Liam Black is the smartest strategy for Jules Z to follow if he wants to try to get a victory here tonight.
The very flashy and flamboyant looks of Jules Z belie a very technically grounded and solid competitor trained under luminaries like Hot Sauce Tracy Williams and Drew Gulak. This is a master of fundamentals and his own form of mind games. And now La Magistral cradle.
Wow, so very, very close.
Hands clasped for a very close 2 count. Another pinning predicament. We are seeing so many different keys to victory here. So many ways. And now, backslide.
Just Liam Black kicking out there. Here's the thing with Jules Z. You know, you take a look at the flashy attire, the outfit, the happy-go-lucky attitude. I think that is smart strategy on his part. He distracts people. They get caught up in shenanigans like this, and they overlook the fact that he is an incredibly capable wrestler in that ring. He can do so many different things.
Speaking of that, effortlessly switching from technical wrestling to a lucha libre styled offense, you're absolutely right. People look at Jules Z and they make assumptions. They walk in, and those assumptions they're dangerous, because your expectations are confounded by Jules Z.
Jules Z, impressive so far here against the middleweight medallion holder. And I think Liam Black, I understand it's Friday night, it's getting late. He might want to call an early evening here.
Liam Black luring Jules Z into the ring, but Jules Z 1 step ahead of Liam Black and has been this entire contest.
Surprising that Jules Z taking it to the middleweight medallion holder, the greatest middleweight medallion holders in jeopardy here tonight, Jason.
Only about a 1 count there, so we see that a straightforward, even with the leg hooked pinning attempt, not quite as successful as some of the more unconventional pinning predicaments and combinations that Jules Z was going for earlier in the match.
This is my first time on commentary for one of Jules Z's matches, and I gotta tell you, I'm very, very impressed by this guy.
Really incredible. So far, just the ground game, and now we're gonna see.
Yep, Liam Black. Oh, my goodness, I gotta see the replay on that. He just walked over those ropes.
High risk, incredible reward, the equivalent of a running penalty kick right to the face of Jules Z.
So I'm saying this guy over the last year, he's just gotten so much better. Every week, Liam Black gets better. He gets more dangerous. He is focused.
What's so impressive is that Liam Black is able to turn things around in an instant. I mean, literally from the moment the bell rang until that kick, it was Jules Z ahead in every way, shape, and form. And now Liam Black, in an instant, has turned the entire thing around.
Taking control of this matchup and just, dropping Jules Z on the hardest part of the ring there, that ring apron.
There is a brutality, there is a viciousness to Liam Black. Even when it's not flashy, wait a second, great lateral press there, trying to push both elbows right down into the canvas.
Gotta give some credit here. Liam Black spent most of last year.
Well, now choking Jules Z.
Well, when you're gonna wear that scarf, I mean, you're kind of inviting.
It wasn't the scarf, it was the wrist tape.
Well, I see different
You're
things.
Equivocating.
I'm equivocating nothing. I will equivocate this. Liam Black teamed with Jake Manley last year. We all know about Jake Manley's skills in the ring. You know that he learned some things about wrestling and about brutality from Jake Manley, and that is paying off for him here tonight.
Well, there's no one better to learn about brutality than the Broad Street Bully.
Shoulder block there.
Jules Z now launching over. Get a little bit of space. Help create that separation. Flip, we've saw Brian Murphy win with that sunset flip earlier. Could have happened again.
Spot on drop kick there from Liam Black, though. Catches Jules E right in the face. May have knocked him out. Dazed him a bit.
Only 2, but great positioning, center of the ring. What I'm seeing in Liam Black is there's no wasted motion. Constant aggression and taking advantage of every moment. You cannot have an unforced error against Liam Black.
And right now, Liam Black being a little bit of a bully himself, getting in Jules E's face with his feet and with his mouth, running it.
That was weak.
Like playing percussion across the chest and head
Oof.
of Jules E.
Jules E trying to fight his way back out of that corner, though, but Black just kicks him right down to the mat.
Well, Jules E quite literally on the back foot right now is gonna have to reassess right to the nose. And that brings up so much fluid, it can cause difficulty breathing. And Jules E gets the shoulder up.
Liam Black is putting on a show tonight against Jules E.
Just
My goodness.
the precision with which the sole of that boot slammed into the nose of Jules E.
That is why he is everyone's guilty pleasure. Whether you like him or hate him or whatever you think of him,
You got to
you
appreciate
gotta
secretly in
appreciate
your
what
heart.
he does.
We're all watching wrestling. We like to see someone beat somebody else up in innovative and interesting ways. And Liam Black delivers on the promise of this great sport.
Oh, beautiful reversal there from Jules E, though.
Jules E is back in it, but how much damage has been done to Jules E? We see Liam Black quicker to get to his feet.
Jules E up now, though, heading into the corner. Black out of the way.
As long as Black can stay one step ahead of Jules E, it's just a matter of time. Jules E may only have this one opportunity to turn things around.
Jules E starting to feel it, getting fired up. Sends Black down, perched on that second rope, comes across and catches him with a crossbody.
Unable to capitalize, though, needs to take a moment to try and regroup. You can see the pain across the face of Jules E.
And the TRL crowd here trying to rally the challenger in this middleweight medallion matchup here on TRL 90, your main event tonight.
What a main event it has been, earning its spot on the card for both of these men. Another throat chop. Or
Sends Black into the corner, but ducks out of the way. Back and forth, these two. Catches him with that chop. And another.
so solid.
He
Such
might
a-
have Black on the ropes.
Just
Literally.
a very, very, very talented professional wrestler that is Jules E. And is that going to be enough to overcome the aggression that is Liam Black?
Back and forth effort from both of these men here. Could go either way at this point. Jules E. Oh!
Big kick, washing the face of Liam Black.
Who is down on his knees and now flat.
And
on
note
his
that
back.
Jules E pushed Liam Black directly into the center of the ring. That is such a smart professional wrestler who knows exactly where he and his opponent are at all times.
Oh, and a chop to the throat. Mike going for the cover now. And Black just barely out of that, Jason.
More rolling the shoulder through than actually kicking out. And you see instinctively Liam Black now rolling out of the ring, trying to get a breather. There's no official timeouts. And you see pulling the knee pad down, maybe trying to alleviate some pressure. Not sure if Liam Black has suffered an injury.
Going for a little bit of trying to take a break here. Catch his wits about him after that offensive flurry from Jules E.
Liam Black on the defense.
Oh, that's why he put the knee pad down. Shining Wizard going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out.
Incredible resiliency. The heart on display by Jules E.
These two giving it their all here.
The fifth potential defense of the middleweight medallion for Liam Black. The potential first title held here at the Monster Factory for Jules E. Both these things on the line in this match. Jules E in the sights of Liam Black.
Misses.
Roll
That
through.
Up. Going for a backslide. No.
No, instead maybe looking for a gory special. Liam Black had it scouted.
That could be it. We could be
Inverted
seeing a new-
Falcon's Darrow. Did he do
1,
the deal?
2. No.
Came close. You hear the crowd screaming that was 3, but it wasn't. Our officials here at the Monster Factory, very diligent. They have the best eyes on the action. But now,
Going for submission hold.
have we ever seen Liam Black tap?
This man's got a lot of fight in him. It's going to take a lot, but looks like Jules Z's having some trouble. God, now he's got those fingers locked.
Trying to get the arms clasped, and now struggling for life, gasping for breath.
Trying to
Liam
get
Black
the ropes.
so close to tapping, you could see.
Oh, just barely in a nick of time. I don't know how much longer he could have held on there.
Jules E's got to continue to capitalize. He has changed the narrative of this match in his favor, but this is where Liam Black is the most dangerous on the outside, using the architecture of the ring to his advantage.
Now here comes Black. We've seen this before.
Springboard!
Oh, that should do it, I think.
Forearm to the face, deep
1,
stack!
2, 3, got him.
The 5th successful defense.
Here is your winner,
You know who the real winner of that match was? Us. We got a chance, getting a chance to watch that. Just a tremendous effort from both of these two. Liam Black once again proving why he is the greatest middleweight in the world and your Monster Factory middleweight medallion holder.
Your guilty pleasure, because as much as it pains us to admit it, watching the spectacle that is Liam Black is a joy in its own very, very guilty way. What an incredible main event. What a night for the 90th edition of TRL Total Rasslin Live. I'm Jason Eat. Thank you so much for having me. Come check out Fight Pro Wrestling this Sunday at the Monster Factory. Take us home, Cowboy.
This is the Cowboy Pete Carter. Come see us every week here at the Monster Factory in Paulsboro, New Jersey for TRL Total Wrestling Live.
Jules, for a wonderful performance.